Hi,
Hi,
Mom.
Mom.
So I
So
got
I
my
got my
ticket
ticket
home from
home from
Europe.
Europe.
I get
I
back
get
on
back on
June
June
6th,
6th,
but it's
but
a
it's a
really
really
late
late
flight because
flight
that
because
was the
that was the
cheapest, so it
cheapest, so
gets
it
in at
gets in at
midnight.
midnight.
But don't
But
worry,
don't
I'll
worry,
get a
I'll get a
shuttle from the
shuttle from the
airport so you
airport so
don't
you
have to
don't
pick
have to
me
pick
up.
me up.
Like,
Like,
really
really
seriously, you
seriously,
don't
you
have
don't
to.
have to.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
love
love
you.
you.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
I don't care what anybody said. You're gonna have to pick my ass up from the airport because I'm not driving. And it's 1995. Hell no. I'm not paying for a cab. Pick my ass up. What's this, like the foyer to the house? I'm on the porch. You can't look out. I don't even got real suitcases. I had to carry this shit. There's a note setting. I'll take a look closer. Katie, I'm sorry I can't be there to see you, but it's impossible. Please don't go digging around trying to find out where I am. I don't want anyone, mom or dad, to know. We'll see each other again someday. Don't be worried. Love you, Sam. Damn, that's how we start. And the door is locked. Under the mat. Under the plant. Got cut put back. Not under that plant. Oh, there's this. House key at my backpack. L1 to check the contents of my backpack. Passport. Caitlin Greenberg, my airplane ticket. He was in Europe for a year. What's going on? It's like a dump jar. So, movers, kitchen boxes, those bed boxes, library. So did they just move in here?
Dear Katie, so much has changed, even just since you've been away. We moved into this house. I'm in a new school, and my big sister being gone for a year doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't feel real, but I'm not gonna let it faze me. I used to tell you everything, and if I can't do it in person, because you're off gallivanting around who knows where, I'll tell it to this journal, just like I was talking to you.
So she ran away. Sam, Daniel from the old neighborhood called. He wants to come see the new house. Call him back. Mom, Daniel is a total weirdo. The only reason I ever hung out with him in the first place is because he had a Nintendo when we were little. So she's a bitch. But that's us. That's probably mom, dad. That's the other. Yeah, she's a bitch. They just moved in, so I don't imagine a lot of things being populated. Why would I want to grab the marker? I ain't gonna check my location. I'm in this hallway. Welcome, new student. We hope you are as excited about your first day at Goodfellow High School as we are. Please be sure to bring the following for your first day. Hot lunch, locker combination, color pencil, pens, notebook, study folder with pockets. He does not have a positive attitude.
Oh my god. You are so lucky you finished high school before we moved into this house. So, it's the first day of school, and there I am, introducing myself to the class. And I say that I just moved into the house on Arbor Hill. All of a sudden, every kid in the room turns and just stares like I suddenly transformed into a mutant. I just stood there, wishing pretty hard for a rewind button. Because now maybe nobody knows my name, but they all know who I am. The Psycho House Girl. Great.
The Psycho House Girl. Oscar Doc Mason. Oscar Mason. He died peacefully in his home. Mason was born September 8th, 1933. In his life, he had a degree in pharmaceutically. County in decades preceding his passing. Where are the windows at for that to be happening like that? Why she have pink hair? Is that allowed? Who is that? Hi Mom, Dad, Sam. I'm in Paris. I have done many Parisian things, including eating. Ooh, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. And wearing a beret. I'm going to have lots of film developed when I get back, Sam. I'm bringing you back something from the Shakespeare Book Company. Since you are my favorite sister, love you all, Katie. 1 Arbor Hill, Boone County. Okay. Put that down. Electrical inspection. The wiring of the house is technically up to safety and ampage requirements. However, multiple layers of wiring have been added into the structure in the last 100 years. System frequency is unpredictable. Lights blink for no reason. Pressure on the floorboards. Door frames disrupt circuits. Weird. Blah blah blah. Properly. We're working on that with Mr. Greenbrier since they're no. That sounds like it's giving Haunted House. That's what that's giving. And the girl is missing. I don't want that shit. I'm just tearing up the house. They say that a jack of all trades is a master of none. I have to disagree. My mastery is not a question of specialization, but sureness of purpose and dedication to craft. If you happen to be in the market for a combination LD CD player, glad to know the pioneer. You want $1,000 with a CD player? Can do better. Well, this is the library. The male gaze, how it's subverted. Stranger under my roof. Teen years are fraught with challenges, physical, emotional, and spiritual, but these changes don't just affect your teen. Your teen's turbulent years are a challenge for parents as well. So I guess they're talking about the youngest daughter. How y'all feel about your girl? Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding reviews you're submitting for the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth. From an editing standpoint, there's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it. It's not mine to cut it back to it. Even it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents of non-sequencers from usable copies without heavy rewrites. The readers of the home theater aficionado want to hear about the quality and the value of the hardware, not ruminations of your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter, but if it was to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There are a ton of guys half your age who will take this and write your stuff and actually use. But David's known you for a long time. He's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot at this on his say so. You should write him a nice nice note thanking him for his patience and generosity. Looking through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again, and everybody will be happy. Then I got like a little combination. Because I'm not gonna remember that, so I'm taking a picture. So where's the safe? When we playing like Bioshock and it was like the safe should be like a couple of doors or something, right? Oh, see, look. What was it? 0, 4, 5, 1. Dear Mr. Manson, please find your enclose your original document and type for your records. The notary has been filled at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important letter. Oh, it's another page. Ooh. His will and testament. I, Oscar Mason, possessing full competence of mind and memory, after a full survey of value items to my name, I do hereby declare this document my last will and testaments. The following shall be held upon my passing. I declare that I am a lifelong resident of Boone County, that I am unmarried and have no children. I declare that I have no outstanding debts in my name. To any creditors living or dead, I do hereby bequeath everything of value, which I may die, including the dwelling, the surrounding acreage around Albert Hill, as well as all my personal property mission accounts, to my nephew James Terrence, to my nephew Terrence L. Greenbrow Jr., Ellis County. So that's how they inherited the house. So they must have been on bad times. So he was the daddy. In the event that Terrence Jr. should precede me, then in such event falls to his children as ordered by the age of competent stewards of the state. That's how we got that. The killing of JFK, a theory. Why are we reading that? Severe red alert warning. So,
This is a severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain
fuck is the
conditions
DVD
affecting
player?
the
Or
following
the
counties:
VHS player, I should say.
Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Tacoma County, and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors and
X-Files.
secure all windows and
The
doors.
Dark Crystal.
Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
What she say? Sam thought this might help. That making friends never began. Why would you get her a book on making
This
friends?
is a severe weather warning.
You know that feeling where the first moment you see someone, it's like they have a big gold star around them, and you have to get to know them? Well, there's this girl. I think she's a senior. She's usually dressed kind of punk. But sometimes I see her in this, like, army uniform. And she's always drawing in this notebook, looking so intense. I had no idea how I would ever, like, have an excuse to talk to her. Till I noticed she and her friends hang out and play Street Fighter at the 7-Eleven every day after school.
This is a severe weather warning.
I tear it and close it.
Weather Service reports high
Please
winds
find a Pioneer
affecting the following
unit
counties:
with my patrol labels, blah 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 blah.
Dawn
Looking forward for your take on it.
and Wistaria County.
So that's the VHS player that's missing.
And secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
Girl Scout. Role model. Hey Terry. Man, how are you been? Should I cut that off because that's kind of distracting.
Be urged to stay indoors and secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
Hey Terry, man, how have you been? I know you've been a published author and everything, but my editor, Hi-Fi Aficionado, has too much work to review going around. He's looking for another freelancer. Naturally, I thought of you. You were saying how your last cast letter, how much pain has been trying to find a publisher for your latest work.
This is a severe weather
Literature and writing stereo reviews is dead simple. So he's going above and beyond because he's a writer, but he made a little money before. I've included some of the issues in that as an example. If you're interested,
secure all windows and doors.
it's the book that Dad wrote.
At lower elevations.
Oh, he wrote that. So what's the back of the book?
This is a severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service.
They just basically wrote a book on the guy that survived.
Following counties: Austin County, Boone County, Dawn County, Tacoma County, and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay indoors
She
and
reading.
secure all windows and doors. Flood conditions are expected at lower elevations.
People behind hunting stories. People from our pagan ancestors discover how to tell a hoax from a genuine hunting and how to categorize the phenomena. I can just grab anything. Pause it.
This is a severe weather warning. The Northwest Weather Service reports high winds and torrential rain conditions affecting the following counties: Austin County,
What's that? Heaven at the edge of the world.
and Wistaria County. Residents are strongly urged to stay
Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean. It went on forever, or so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire boom. It was the black pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought I was lost in the Horseman Island." First mate said, "Look, you thought too soon." The black ship came up along the side. The captain Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled at Captain Allegra, "You're never gonna find the edge. Star ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar." Captain Allegra yelled back, "Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" The first mate yelled out, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of the world and you'll see her father was no liar." The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset. National Forestry Manual. Because they inherited all that land. Just throwing shit on the floor. If I can. Oh my god, are these all vinyl records? Just in the middle of the house like this? Reproductive system worksheet. The menstrual cycle, a novella. Why she write a novella? Then she said, "See me." It's incredible how the female body knows how to prepare for pregnancy. The teacher was concerned. It's a big ass house, so I had to
Somehow I always let them me through. Now that it's happened, I just can't believe.
message from our future presidents. From our future saved the president's life, but within minutes went viral to be another attempt.
Can't get you off my mind. What is my goal? Voodoo, mildew, shell. Why, Daddy,
Dear Mr. Greenbrier, I write to inform you that unfortunately the books was under publisher follow-up to The Accidental Pariah. Despite the low sales of The Accidental Savior, we went ahead with the publication of the second book in hopes the John Russell series is capturing on. However, the sales of the second book have in fact been lower of those of the first, and so our stewardship series must end here. It's been a pleasure working with you as your publisher, and I wish you and John Russell the best in the future.
my heart afraid for you. Your kisses keep on haunting me. Their memories will set me.
Yeah.
I need you.
I wish you had a weed for me.
Well, we was lucky to inherit a house because it was not going the way y'all thought it was going. Samantha, please give this to your mother. Oh, can I read that? Thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could send Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighter tape, and I gave you permission. He just needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry in returning it. Let Samantha know that it is welcome back to our house. She's welcome back to our house to visit anytime. Sincerely, Oh, she's definitely a little bitch.
When you live in one place your whole life,
And then all
your
his
next door
extra
neighbor is
books.
kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
How did he get weirder over the years? Because it sounded like he trying to be your friend. Hi, Lonnie. So if you want to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive, but it's kind of a bit far. But I can drive to your home, so hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to go. Samantha. Yeah, totally, I'm in. Gonna kick your butt.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, it turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
Oh, so the mom works for the forest. Goodfellow High School. Interesting. Ran track and field. Another track and field, first place. So is the sister just hanging out with old girl? Ah. Okay, I've been everywhere, so I guess I gotta go upstairs now. Controlled burn schedule for Boone County. Plumes of smoke will rise against the northeastern region. Forestry crews have been preparing for months. The burn operation will take place between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, possibly into Thursday, depending on the speed of the progress, according to them. That's the mom. She's in charge of the forest being burnt down. Close this door. Why are they scared of the house though? Oh. What does it say? Couples rowing, cooking class, take apron, ballroom dancing. And then she canceled ballroom dancing first. And she canceled both. Took the meal for Harry and Sam. Temporary notice personnel transfer. To aid in the upcoming prescribed burn operation, a ranger with expertise in the procedure is being transferred to the station. At the meeting, the overseeing officer for the station comes for Senior conservation is charged with the supervision of the transfer personnel. But she wasn't the lead on that. She wasn't the expert. For sound.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like
Damn, the house is
instantly
big.
just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know. I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
To whom it may concern, I, Samantha Greenbrier, I am 17 years old and therefore fully independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbade me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd compared with Katie, who is only there, who's only 3 years older than me, and yet you have allowed her to go all the way across the ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own, like any other human being. Since you may also remember that I have my own car now, so you can't really stop me. Oh my god. Sam, stop leaving every damn light on in the house. You're as bad as your sister. And you called again. He wants. Why are y'all leaving notes? I guess because y'all don't have cell phones. But this is her room. The TV player. Oh, sex tape.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool, come on.
Okay. Enough of that. Those are cheat codes. Don't have the combination for that. Got your number. Oh, it's part 2. I guess she's moving on up. Captain Allegra still in her flowing skirt and sturdy jerkin. Sturdy jerkin, what's that? Descended down the single thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and her first mate on their own now grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down into the line onto the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust away from the front of her trousers and with the Allegra, the silken thread, nigh the unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moss that had inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance from further in the labyrinth, moaning and echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words from some ancient language that they could not understand. The king's voice, the king's cursed voice. The hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on blackness of the passage. A moment gazed before noticing the captain's gaze. First mate silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper into the labyrinth, they come upon a rocky gap spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great bastion of the dead king's throne room lay below. The skeletal and rotted robes. The king was hunched over, and the blue topping was a royal scepter. The shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls as he sang. Wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks of the cave walls and pulled into the orb, causing it to grow brighter and brighter. Behind the king, a long staircase moved from a rock-led passage into the chamber from the passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you..." But the first mate interrupted. "No, I'm smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like this. I will circle to the other side and get the king's attention and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the invisible silk thread, of course. Allegra said, "It's a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged a tight squeeze. Their palms growing warm. The first mate tied a shining thread to the belt of her trousers and then gave a quick salute and a wink and dashed off. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his... Wait, no. The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out to do anything with the first mate. She tried tugging the line. Signal her with no use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst up the top passageway. He skidded to the top. Even from across the yawning basin, Allegra could see the first mate's eyes go wide. She turned and ran. Summoning his undead power, the king left the ground levitating, gliding behind her with a distressing speed. From some dark passage, much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut. Then she shuddered. It fell and slacked to the floor. As Allegra ran, she ran in the line, twisting her arm. It came to an end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran and ran and ran. Okay, she was in trouble. Even Lisa Frank. Samantha. Bible. Groove. You gotta get into that locker. The passcode should always be here. Free college program for long smokers. Sam, I think creative writing track will be perfect for you. The maths on that. It's the other side of the hallway, so she had like a Jack and Jill room. But where is the code? Where's the DVD players? Dear Mom, that's down. I am in the, what is that? The Souvenir. This is my second pastor student show. I'm on my way back from London this time, going to Brussels and Brussels, Belgium. Sorry I didn't write you on the way to London, but I was too excited about the whatever that is. London was great, Dad. I know you're always worried. Wanted to visit, and I think you really should. You'll love it. If you wanted to come back here as a family sometime, I guess I could be convinced. Oh noes. Where is the DVD? I keep saying DVD players, but where are the TV? Where's the VHS players? Butch Cassidy, All the President's Men, Silence of the Lambs. Caitlin H5. Ooh, this cursive is gonna kick my ass. Oh, honey, let me tell you, I understand how you feel, but Bill, Bob and I have had our own down. It's become a bit of a way of life, actually. You get to weed until you live on your own. I can't read all this. Keep your chin up, Carol. So she's talking about the foolishness that they got going on. Leaves of Grass, collection of poems that were released in 1892, but not before it was banned on the grounds of obscenity. He died 2 months later. Why was it obscene? Oh yeah, we already looked in there. Florals and Still Lives. She was a painter. I feel like the relationship was rocky because he wasn't making that money. No prompts. Yeah, candles up in here, toilet paper. What was you reading? After the honeymoon, rediscovering yourself personally, spiritually, and sexually. Yep, the marital troubles were real. Why would you even turn that on? I hate that for them. put more draws. Katie, mom and dad were going to make up the guest room for you stay in over the summer, but you came home with such short notice that they weren't around doing it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needed anymore. Where are you going? And she was gone, so they didn't have to rush to go do anything. You see what you're asking? JROTC Scribbins, Mets, Adventure Training, Army has been branded as a certified killing machine. Mommy. Ghost Hunters. All shadow in the upstairs hall. A faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs. Said hello, did not investigate. Poured milk from the carton. It was spoiled. Pretty sure that the spirits can sour milk. Lonnie says she feels a presence in our TV room. It suddenly began to feel cold. Lonnie employed a why would y'all do that shit? A Ouija board as a medium. Disturbing messages that come from a side enlisted Lonnie to stay up all night. But she ended up finding a friend. And then no notes. Didn't leave no messages. And here fucking around. What the fuck is that? Do not enter if the red lights are on. Did I walk past the door? Oh, this is like where the mom was painting. Performance evaluation on Richard. This must be the new transfer person. Why do we need to know who Richard is? Unless she's just doing her work at home. Rick's contributions to the daily operations have become essential to the outfit to the outfit's continuing success. To this end, I will be formally submitting paperwork requesting that his permanent reassignment to this facility. She wants to keep him there. Okay, she's doing that. I was in the library and I noticed something in the corner. I found a secret passage. It's old and creepy with stuff in it. Oh my god. I gotta take. Did I find the secret passage? Okay, the secret passage is marked on the map. Heaven's the best scene. What the fuck is that? I feel like we're on her first mate. Okay. You did that. Okay, that's locked. What was the secret passage? You gotta go downstairs. It was library what? This was the library. It's gotta be when you first come in, right? Gotta be a book. Hmm. In the library. Yeah. Okay. Ammo? Ah. Oh. Did I grab the crucifix? Any compartments now free. So there's a compartment upstairs hall for just discovered nothing on the supernatural. Let's let the mumble room. Yes, there, give me a key. Hello, who are you, Oscar? What do you want? Come back. You got scared. To open turn 0. Fresh Alpha Sam stuff added to the bag. She said there's another CD compartment. I think she. Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school today? Gordon's High is pretty hardcore. I think I opened one in the bathroom. Nothing out of the normal ordinary bathroom. Well, I was about to say, what are you doing in the bathtub? Down her hair.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right?
Guess this one's
It felt
broken. Something
intimate.
behind this one.
We looked into the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, you're so beautiful. And she was looking at me. Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited, and the moment was gone.
Girl, you is gay. What else are we looking at? To the attic. It says 3 more. I gotta find one more. This other panel is downstairs somewhere. Check it. Here we got down. Yeah. In the foyer. She says there's something that's off it. Right and right. Or it's like right outside Dad's office. Here it is. Heaven at the Edge of the World, Private Do Not Ring, The Green Glacier Part 2. Samantha in 9th grade. Allegra and her scout party peered down the wavering disc canopy of rustling leaves from their perch high in the forest branches. Mere feet away, sunlight shone brightly in the inner walls of the glacier basin in which the forest grew. It was a strange sight indeed, such lushness juxtaposed with the frigid ice formations. Allegra jumped in. Allegra leapt forward without hesitation, bounding through the high branches. Her first mate had been captured by the Green Glacier's Amazonian tribe. His life hung in the balance. We have to hurry. Allegra's party followed behind, moving quietly as the breeze kicked in. Allegra landed in the clearing and shouted, "Stop!" when she saw the Queen Amazonia up on her pedestal, reaching for the lever that would drop her first mate into the vat below. She shouted no, and she flung her saber at the Amazon's reaching hand. But it was too late. The first mate screamed and he fell towards the water. Then he splashed down, and all was eerily silent. Allegra looked on, frozen in fear and remorse. She had been a moment too late. But then from the vat, something began to emerge, a dark brown hair, just like the first mate's, thin shoulders and sleeves of his coat soaking wet. As the figure stood in the water, poured down, Allegra saw the first mate had changed. He was no longer a man. In fact, he looked back, and his eyes and his face was the body of a woman. The first mate's clothes, still in the first mate's clothes. Still the first mate, she spoke softly and voice clear. Captain, the Amazon Queen said, she is one of us now, she is ours. Allegra drew her magical flint-knock pistol from her belt, and at her crew razor swords. Allegra glared into the Queen's eyes and said, that's the love of my life, you can't have her. $51. That's completed. Still got another panel. That's in Aubrey. Misfits.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, I don't know, nervous. After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, I really like you. I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Girl, you is gay. So 051. Watch this thing. That's Lonnie.
Lonnie came over today.
Basement.
Everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look
Not
at
you
me.
stealing.
Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think. But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say. But I couldn't find the words. It felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. Lonnie, do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
We have the basement key, don't we? what's on the other side of the room. So what's this key? Cause I ain't seen no kitchen yet, so the kitchen gotta be over there. Why would the kitchen and shit be locked up? Dear Samantha, I would like to cordially thank you for having me to your adult for Thanksgiving holiday with your loving family. I enjoyed the flavorful potatoes, and also it was weird being around your parents for that long, but it was pretty funny how impossible it is for your dad not to be awkward for more than 30 seconds at the time. Thank you, Lonnie. Dear Mrs. DeSoto, allow me to take the time and opportunity to thank you for such a kind and gracious host of the festivities at your father's estate. Following the aforementioned meal with my parents, your family's Thanksgiving feast was more enjoyable. How enjoyable of the two events, I must say. Especially appreciated the time I spent with your grandmother, who is a loving woman since with a sterling taste and refined air. Let's do it again sometime next year, shall we? Indeed, Madam Samantha Greenbrier. Okay. Holidays and loves.
It's different now. I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around, well, you know. So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone, or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
That's secret dating. Ernest old as hell. Seen that shit before. Books. Complete understanding. Just Samantha, oh, she got an acceptance letter. Summer program for young scholars. We believe you have much contributed to read. Based on your 75% of the A is covered, we very much look forward to your attendance. Okay.
I'm so stupid sometimes. I was telling Lonnie that I got into my college summer program thing, and I was all making plans like, you should come visit me, stay in my dorm room. But she said, Sam, I ship out on June 6th. I was like, ship out?
She
To
shipped
where?
out.
She said, to basic training. What did you think I was doing all that ROTC stuff for? I guess she's been planning to join the army right after high school since she was like 12. And I guess she's really going to do it. So I was like, after graduation, I'm just never going to see you again? She said, let's just have fun while we can.
That's all you can do. Dear Terrence, thank you for sending along your copy of your newly published book. An author's first published manuscript is a momentous occasion. I read it this afternoon. I certainly recognize my son in the subject matter, and the author's work is extremely The author's work is at the. Ooh, I can't fucking read. Oh, which was Rose Dear, which it was years in respect, I believe the work was a success, but the lens of which it was a person who the person was shown was needlessly clouded by genre cliches and implausible dime store science fictional nonsense of Ex Machina. The great authors speak of their lives in blue and clear, honest tones, the lens crystal that reflects their thoughts without distortion. I congratulate you on surviving the great ordeal of this that is publication, and rest assured that the readers of your chosen genre will lap copies hungrily. But I urge you to shed a price. You can do better with the Father's love and encouragement. Ah, she wanted to get her a locket. Oh, her mom is not from America. Where she come from? Came from Canada. Before I go into Yolanda DeSanto. Spanish. You're saying I'm so happy you like the drawings. I was thinking of us when I drew it. I know you'll be able to tell. You love Mexico. I think blah 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 blah. Okay, enough about that. Your last letter before the day we drive and be back north. We'll be erasing this letter as I get home. We'll read together, taking tons of photos. Have time to spend in the dark room, so we gotta get into that dark room. Girl Scout set list.
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
Is it just wood in here? So we gotta get in that one next. The dining room, the kitchen is in there. Girl Scout is their band. Hey Sam, I'm writing you from Multnomah Falls. I'm here on a stupid class trip, which is stupid because it's March and I don't know if anyone else is running school field trips. Has been to Oswego, but it's cold and rainy as shit in March. Wish you were here. But wait, you are here because I'm writing this and you're in the gift shop. Oh shit, you're here. Oh shit, you're coming. Okay.
They tell you to stick with the group on field trips, Katie. There's a reason for that. Lonnie and I snuck off on the side paths at Multnomah Falls and got a little lost. Okay, a lot lost. Like, for hours. Right before the bus left, we found a trail and came running down the path, soaked and covered in mud, shouting for the bus not to leave. The school called home. Mom and Dad said, "You didn't get into trouble like this before you met that Lonnie girl." But I don't think they know about us. The kids at school, though, I'm really afraid that's a whole other story. Stick with the group, Katie. Stick with the group.
Manson's pharmacy changes hands. The shoppers at the main street were surprised today when, as today's announcement is that the Manson pharmacy will change ownership since it opened 10 years ago. Rumors swirled that the sudden sale of the pharmacy was a transaction for a song. When asked about the speculation of that deal signed as for as little as $1, Mr. Samuel Olstein and Oscar Manson's longtime assistant, now proprietor of Manson's Pharmacy, told the Register the specifics were everything between myself and Mr. Manson. Mr. Manson has taken sick and is unavailable for comment. Custom Skeletons, Devils, Cheerleaders, One Smells Like Spirits video. Just as Jackie Kennedy. The Psycho House Girl, the coolest stuff about being the Psycho House Girl. Cool thing number one, everybody in the hall is thinking you don't know. They're looking at you and whispering as you walk past. I guess they haven't heard of Peripheral. That's a lie to mom and dad situation, but so worth it. The girls on stage was just so loud and real and awesome. Everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Okay, she went to like a little concert. Women Outlaws. Is this where she's getting her idea for her comic book? Oh wait, she's doing like a little magazine. Kicking against the patriarchy, the great Goodfellow riot. Okay. Like making her own like album or whatever. I'm not ready to leave just yet. I haven't been back over here. This is another panel. What is this? Okay, this is Katie's room. Dear Mrs. Greenbrier, I appreciate the time and effort you put into writing your letter. It showed initiative as well as written. Was well written, but it does not change my mind on this matter. While I understand that the Miss Soto is a friend of yours, The fact of the matter is that she defaced school property with profanity. The fact that she's allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. As to your complaint that there's no other student that has been punished for this incident, it's fact there's no guilty party that has been come forward. So there's no convincing evidence to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there's no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, which will only bring onus of attention on yourself, which I believe is what you claim would started this incident in the first place. Okay, Sheldon, your ass.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is? She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
Went to go see Earth, Wind, and Fire. Bruce Spencer, head of personnel. Deer, head of conservation, is in around duty as temporary manager of the Slip Burn. Last year, a service for experienced personnel to direct the regional operations. We would like to offer you this position. Please respond as soon as possible. So she got him the position. Hey Lonnie, I'm sorry, my mom was such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away, and when she's at home she takes it out on you, but it's like you're like a member of family. She knows you won't call her on it. I'm so sorry. It's okay. She's just jealous of our cool and free-wheeling lifestyles. I'm lucky my mom lives in Florida. You have a mom area. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it up. A mom thing like that. I know I should complain. No, I'm being serious. My mom is such a psycho Christian. Christian and her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So you wouldn't rather live in Florida with your mom? Hell no. The math mouse. This skull is the coolest thing I found in Mexico, and it was like $3. Oh, so the skull that's on display. Yep. There's a lot going on in this room. Did I get like any checkpoints? is I think what I'm gonna do is like pause and then come back. In an hour and 30 minutes almost. So I'm gonna pause this and I'm gonna come back.